First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways, preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the whole elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this your brother Dawad Bar from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you with a little lesson in on my phone screen is as you see the angry man, and this brother posts quite a few informative videos. He makes a lot of comments. And I look at him from here and there because sometimes his videos be quite informative, and sometimes he does make great comments. This man is nowhere in the truth, but a lot of his comments are spot on. In this particular one though, he has this video. He has a short clip from a young lady who did a video maybe a day or two ago. And that just shows you, no matter, even when Eve is sitting up here having issues, she's still rebellious. And I got two videos I want to play because both of them shows you really the rebellion of Eve in two different ways. And that just shows you the Lord is about to bring y'all down. Y'all got pride. You just don't want to get yourselves in order. But the Lord is about to bring you down. And at first, I was not about to speak up on the 106,000 women that got that lost their jobs in April. I wasn't about because I see a lot of brothers speaking on it, but I see a lot more videos coming out about it, especially from Eve. And I'm just gonna let these few videos play. It's about 4 minutes combined for both videos, so bear with me, brothers. You're gonna probably have to sit through 4 minutes, and I'm gonna grab a few scriptures. So with that, I'm gonna play the first one, but before I do that, I'm gonna get the Copyright Act of 1976. I'm not using this for no monetarily or financial gain. I'm just using this for educational and teaching purposes. So here you go.
So I made a video yesterday about the rising unemployment rates amongst Black women, and the response that I got was definitely very alarming. There were a lot of negative, comments, and most of these comments were really coming from Black men who were saying things like it's because Black women have bad attitudes, it's because DEI, it's because AI is taking over, and many of which dismiss the whole thing, like who cares, nobody cares, it's time for Black women to be taken down a notch. And it was really alarming because the point of me posting that statistic was to get us to think critically about what's really happening.
Nah, you don't want to think critically about what's really happening because we've been telling you. You've been gassed up. Everything that you've received in the past 50 to 60 years was for the sole purpose of propping you up above your man so that you would feel comfortable disrespecting him and not even needing him, which has ultimately resulted in the destruction of your community, your family, and your children. And now you're trying to figure out what's going on. Now that the smoke is cleared, you want to know what's going on. Well, it's very simple. The powers that be no longer need you. It's that simple. You are now in a place where you don't care about being married to the Black man. You don't care about his leadership. You don't even care about him raising your sons and daughters properly. Everything that they gave you, from affirmative action to government assistance to government jobs to more access to corporate America, which they don't give us, has given you the attitude that you don't need us, which has ultimately resulted in you unwittingly playing a role in the destruction of your own community. Quite frankly, you made a deal with the devil. Don't be mad at us now that he's back to collect.
But the brother is on point on what he said, But here's Eve sitting up here having a problem with what men are saying. And instead of taking accountability for that, she'd rather sit up here and get angry and point fingers and talk shit. And that just shows you still rebellion. That just shows you that they'll never take accountability. They'd rather sit up here and get mad and think you're supposed to be on their side and accept their bullshit. But then instead of just saying, you know what, let me humble myself down and say maybe these men were right. But the brother hit it on point. Now I'm gonna go to this next video that I want to sit up and play. Here's the other one, and this woman right here. A lot of these women just gonna get destroyed. They loud, obnoxious, prideful.
In April of 2025, 106,000.
Let me say this again. This is the copy. I want to use the Copyright Act of 1976. I'm not using this for financial or monetary gain. I'm just using this for teaching and educational purposes. And as you see, it says at Latanya S. Johnson. And here's another one. Loudmouth, sitting up here speaking out the side of her neck, you know, and not sitting up here understand how you going to create something in the world that's on that the Lord has given to the so-called white man. How you gonna build something unless how you gonna be independent? Here it is, and I'm just gonna let this woman speak. Just go ahead and let her speak. Just silliness.
African American women lost their jobs according to the Department of Labor and Statistics. Crazy work. Potentially part of this is due to the DEI initiatives being stripped away. However, if you know someone who lost their job, if you know an African American female who lost their job during this time, tell them to come to me. Let me show you how to take your skills and build a multi-million-dollar empire. I want all of you to come to me. Let us brainstorm. You see, when we go through things like this, we all know who it affects first, right? So let's brainstorm. A lot of times you are in fight, flight, or freeze. Freeze is when, TJ, I don't know what to do. I can't even think. But guess what, baby? I am the Olivia Pope of thinking in these situations, especially for other people. Now, when it comes to me, I'm froze too. But listen, I have been frozen enough to help you to get unfrozen, okay? So if you know anybody, if it's you, reach out to me. I don't care if you have to DM me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, wherever. Get in touch with me. Let's figure out how to transfer your skills into something that you can do where you don't have to depend on anybody else. You never again need to be in a position where you have to depend on somebody else to pay your bills, to take care of your kids, to provide for your household. Get at me. Don't let pride get in the way. I'm really trying to help. All right? God bless.
Don't let pride get in the way and then go try to say God bless. And then what was that she said? That you don't have to depend on nobody. These women are delusional. You have to depend on somebody. You don't make your own shit. You don't make your own clothes. You don't make your own car. You don't make your own house. You don't create energy. You have to depend on somebody. And there is the delusion with these fools out here. You know? Now, I wasn't really going to sit up here and try to bash everything. I just want to make a few points. But Eve, you're about to be, the Lord has it out for you women. And he's showing you. Because y'all got big mouths. You don't want to be held accountable. You're prideful as fucking hell. And you're about to be balled low. And as men, we tired of you. We tired of y'all mouths. We tired of everything. I know I am. Sick of it. But with that, man, I'm finna grab a few scriptures. You know, I just see how the Spirit takes me. But the first scripture I really want to grab, there's a few other, there's many I want to grab, but the first one I want to truly grab, actually, this wasn't even going to be my first one, but I'm going to get it anyway. It's Proverbs 16. I'm going to grab this because these women are just prideful as fucking hell. Here it is. This is Proverbs 16 and 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Let me say that again. Proverbs 16 and 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. And guess what, Eve? Pride goeth before destruction. Them 106,000 women that was sitting up here that got lost their jobs in April, and it's going to be many more than that. A lot of the welfare is about to get lost. That pride. The devil gave y'all that pride when he sit up here and gave y'all these goodies, gave y'all everything, and now guess what? It says pride go before destruction. Now all of a sudden that everything is caving in on y'all sorry asses. Because what did y'all do? Y'all put those goodies, you put your jobs, you put your careers, you put your degrees, you put all that shit before your men, before your families. If any of y'all got families. If you ain't laying next by a mutt every goddamn day, or a dog or a cat or whatever. The Lord is about to bring y'all fools down, man. And we can't wait, man, because we get tired of seeing it. I've been around it too much at work. I just around it too much, and it just gets on my nerves. But with that being said, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Being arrogant, conceited, all that shit. Now, here's the other thing. Let's go to Genesis real quick. Because, see, this is the thing. Now, let's go to Genesis chapter 3 and verse 1. Now, the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord thy power had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath Yahweh said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the tree of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yahweh has said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die, for God doth know that in the day that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And guess what? And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. So here's the point. The moment this motherfucking devil deceived Eve, and it wasn't no goddamn snake, it was a man. You know, I'll go to that point in a minute. It was a man. But the moment and at this particular time, we all had melanin. You know, we all had melanin. You know, all of us was dark or dark brown or shades of brown back then. You know, before that mark was put on Cain, and then Cain came back as Esau, and Esau had that mark on him, which was he was cursed with leprosy, which made his skin pale or reddish in color when you look at Genesis chapter 25. But the whole point of the matter is Eve sit up here and that tree wasn't a fruit. It was not a fruit. It was doctrine. You know, Eve sit up here and listened to this devil, and he sit up here and fed her a bunch of bullshit. And guess what? She fell for the okie doke. And guess what? Because what? Eve wanted to try to find a way around her man. Point blank period. Every goddamn time. These devils trick these and Eve is still doing it to the day. He feeds her a bunch of bullshit. Hey, look, you got a better job. Hey, look, we're going to give you a degree. All these systems, all the doctrine, Eve falling for it. And guess what? It's no different back then than it is now. Any way to go around her man just because she want to sit up here and be better. Point blank period. She fell for it back then and she fell for it now. And guess what? But now, everything is coming crashing down on her. Everything is about to come crash down on her. And just like she fell for it back then, guess what? There's a judgment. You know, just like Eve got judged back then, it's going to be a heavier judgment right now. The punishment is about to be hard. A judgment of nuclear fire. And Salakia for speaking so much, but man, some of this stuff is just, I just was pissed off, man. When you listen to these, y'all, they just don't understand. But with that, let me sit up here and go to Jeremiah. And see, this is the thing, too. You know, the Lord, this is Jeremiah 31 and 22. You know, it said the Lord had created a new thing. Yeah, here it is. This is Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long wilt thou go, O backsliding daughter? For the Lord had created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man and circle around a man, go around a man. And that's what Eve has done. Just like then. Instead of sitting up there listening to what Adam said and obeying the laws of the Heavenly Father, what did Eve do? Go and do what she want to do. Go right around and do what she want to do. And guess what? It's even worse today. Point blank period. Even worse today. You know? Instead of her sitting up here following, doing what she's supposed to do, guess what? Hey, the devil come to her. The motherfucking goddamn deceiver come to her with some, hey, yeah, I'm going to give you a great job. You're going to get a degree. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to give you subsidized housing and welfare. All you got to do is, not have a man in the house. Oh. You know what? You don't need him. You can be independent and on your own. And Eve falls for the doctrine and falls for the okie doke. And guess what? Now look at everything. You think all that stuff is going good for you. Now this motherfucking devil is sitting up here kicking you right in your fucking face and stepping on you. Because he don't need you no more because you did your job. You know, you bashed your man, told him you don't need him. The kids you done left, you don't raise them. Your girls are whores. The men out here are feminine and soft as hell, shooting up every goddamn thing. You know, and that's if some of y'all even got kids, because a lot of y'all just don't even want them. Or you go to the or you go to Momo way. Y'all have done everything in y'all power to fuck shit up. You know, because you listen to this damn devil. And now guess what? It's coming back to bite you in the goddamn ass. But here it is, you got a loudmouth ass woman like her who prideful as hell talking shit. Insane, I say, insane. But they said the Lord created a new thing. A woman shall surpass a man. And in this time here it's been heavy. Let's go back to Psalms. I think I want to go to is it 9? It might be 9. Salakia, brothers. If I think it might be 9. It might be 9. Or is it 13? It might be 13. That's wait. Want to make sure I want to make sure it's Psalms. Or is it Proverbs? Oh yeah, damn. It's Proverbs, not Psalms. Proverbs 9:13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. And that woman that was in the second video just loud as boisterous as hell. Talking shit. Oh, come to me and I'll show you how to make all this money where you won't need no independent. Loud, boisterous, simple, and knoweth nothing. So here it is. Not only are you, clamorous means boisterous, loud. Loud. You know. Cause a tumult. You know. As a matter of fact, you know what? Before I sit up here and go any further, let me just make sure I get the word out. Let's go ahead and go. Clamorous. Clamorous. Noisy, loud, vocal. It says making a loud or confused noise. So there you go. So a lot of our women are just loud, noisy. Say a whole bunch of shit and don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. And then she's simple and knoweth nothing. So here it is, this woman talking about how she gonna build something, how she gonna have other women build something and be independent or whatever the fuck they talking about. But here it is, how you gonna build something in the world that these so-called white men own, that they control. Without them, you can't do shit. So what the fuck you mean you're gonna be independent? Without them, you can't get the goods or the services or anything that you need to do what you're gonna do. Because no matter what it is, you got to use them. And they could easily shut you down at any moment or take all that shit away from you. But here it is, big mouth mama talking about she can make you have a multi-million-dollar. Get the fuck out of here. You know, and this is what makes us so mad in this world. This is what makes us brothers so pissed off listening to this dumbass shit. You know, we tired of hearing it. You want to do everything but get your ass in order. You want to do everything but be a feminine woman. You know, it's coming back. Everything is about to come back, Eve. You're about to get put in your place. And a lot of these fools out here and these simp ass niggas and a lot of this shit is about to be over. This is Isaiah chapter 3, and I was going to grab this a little bit earlier, but I'm going to grab it now. This is Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the path of thy ways. And I was going to sit up here and say, who are those children? Yeah, we could talk about our kids, they fucked up, but the real children that is speaking of in this scripture is Esau. The so-called white people. Definitely the so-called white man. You know, the Edomites, but especially the white man. He's a big child with a toy, an Acme kit that's just ready to blow up in his face like Wile E. Coyote. You know, you got a big kid that rules over you along with the women. So, and that's the problem, and they destroy their paths. All these women were fed their lives, and guess what they did? They destroyed the family. They destroyed everything. All because they want to sit up here and follow some fake ass, false ass life that they thought they were going to have, which was just for a brief moment. And now it's going down the drain. And I say good riddance and fuck you. You know, for some reason, brothers, I have been really angry lately. I just can't wait till the Lord come back and just destroy this fucking place. And I'm quite sure all y'all feel the same. Even more, probably. You get tired of going up and going to work. You get tired of looking at Momos and Transformers all goddamn day. Listening to people that don't know how to talk. Women all over you and talking shit and don't know what the fuck they doing. Man, come on, man. We hate this place with a passion. I know we do. I know I do. Fucking sick of it. You know. There was something else I was gonna grab and kind of like lost track of it. Oh, you know what? Well, here and see. Here's the other thing. Let me go to Micah because that's where I really want to go. And see, here's the thing. And this is what. And see, here's the thing that Eve will never do: take accountability. See, as men of the Lord, we understand that we fucked up. We understand that hey, all the stuff that's happening to us, it should be even worse. You know. It should be even worse. We don't deserve it. All the shit we done, all the fucked up shit we did. You know? But we praying for that mercy. Praying for the Lord to have mercy on us. Which is something Eve would never do. You know? But here, this is, well, you know, hey, we got the elect women out there. You know, we got the elect lady. You know, you going to have the elect. You know, women of the elect. You know? And there's going to be a lot of them. You know, you're going to have some women that actually is truly out here. Now, we don't talk about all the women. You're going to have some women truly out here that's going to be sorrowful. You know, humble, shamefaced. But a lot of our women just isn't. But this is Micah 7 and 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light and I shall behold his righteousness. And because we fucked up. All we can do is pray and bear the indignation and pray that the Lord have mercy on us. Something evil would not do. But here's the point, Micah 7 and 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which say unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her, and now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. And you seeing that happening right now. It's going to get even worse. A lot of y'all about to be fucked up. Y'all crying on YouTube, talking about I'm going to lose my house, lose my car. I don't know where I'm going to sleep. I don't know where I'm going to eat. All because of guess what? You got fed a bunch of bullshit and lies by these damn devils. Just like he deceived Eve in the garden, he deceived y'all right now. And it's just too goddamn bad. You know. Hey, but it's about to come. Y'all sit up here and even now, we know. Even to some of you, even to you women that claim you're in the truth or that you follow your guys, a lot of y'all still have those scoffing moments, talk shit, you know. But the Lord is about to humble a lot of people. And you got to understand, our nation, the majority of our nation is women. So guess who's going to get the most humbling? And we say it all the time. You know, and some of y'all just haven't felt it yet. But the Lord is about to bash y'all, pop y'all dead in your mouth. So with that, hey, man, I hope this was edifying, man. You know, I'm just, man, sometimes you just disgusted. But with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we're almost up out of here. So with that, I like to say Kwam Yasharallah and Abba Ball and Anya Habatham Malakiam. Shalom.